Have you been chasing other people to like you or to value you? Even though you know deep down in your heart that maybe they don't even like you, but you're still chasing them. And the truth is, if you are doing that, you will never get what you deserve from those people, because all you will get is what they are giving you, and you will only settle for that. Welcome to Rise and Elevate with Futty. My name is Futty. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back home. Today, I want to remind you that you deserve so much better in life. Whatever situation you are going through in your life, you deserve better. Stop settling for less. I know how it feels like to want something so bad that you only just settle for what you've got at the time, because that's all you know. You end up forgetting your own worth, and you believe that that's all you deserve. It might be a relationship, it might be the love, the connection, the friendship, even sometimes the family relationship. You end up just settling for what is given to you because that's all you know. But deep down in your heart, you know that what you are getting is not enough. It's not what you deserve. So today, I really want to talk to you and remind you that stop settling for less. I want to remind you, you are worth more than what you are settling for. I also want to talk to you about how I changed my life, because I used to settle for less because I thought that's all I deserved. If I was able to change my life when I was in my late 40s, I believe you can do it too. All you need is the confidence to be able to do it, and believing in yourself that you can do it. In life, we tend to want lots of things. We'll be like, oh, I want this, I want that. But we have to think about what you really deserve. For example, you will say, oh, I want a relationship, I want a good job, I want my family to approve what I'm doing, I want validation from other people. That's what you want in your life. But you have to think about, is that relationship that you want, is that job that you want, and the approval from others that you want, what you really deserve? If you are in a relationship, let's make an example. If you are in a relationship, are you being treated the way that you deserve to be treated? Because for me, it's like, there is no need to be in a relationship if you're not being treated well and you're not being valued. So you have to think about how you are being treated. Are you being valued? Because if you are not being valued, you do not deserve that. You deserve better because you work better. For example, with me, when it comes to relationship, I value my relationships with other people. I value my personal relationship. I have so much respect for the relationship that I have with other people. I value those connections that I have made with other people. And there's been times in my life when I've tried to retain that sense of belonging because of my connection with certain people in my life, because of how much I value those relationships. But then it's get to the point where you realize that maybe you are sacrificing your own happiness just for the sake of keeping those connections. You are sacrificing your own worth just for the sake of keeping those connections. So you need to review your relationship. Are you getting what you are giving out? Because for me, a relationship should be two-way. If you are there and available to support other people, they should also be there for you. It's the same with your spouse. If you're there for them, they should be there for you too. But are you getting what you are giving out? If that's not the case, it's time you review your relationship. From my personal experience, when I was younger, I think we tend to settle for less because we fear the unknown. Let's make an example about relationship. You might be have been in a relationship with your partner, your boyfriend, your husband. You've been married for, let's say, 6 years, 8 years. You know that you are not happy. You know you're not being treated the way that you deserve. But you will stay there because you believe that there is nothing better out there for you. And also we tend to be so afraid of the unknown, the fear of loneliness. You be like, I'm going to be lonely. I don't want to go out there. How can I live without this person? Even though I'm not happy, I don't want to be lonely. You'd rather be stuck in an unhappy and unhealthy environment because you fear the unknown. I used to be like that. I would be stuck in situations where I know I'm not happy. But because of the doubts inside me, I'll be like, I'd rather stay here. It's more comfortable here rather than thinking about the unknown world, about what will I do when I get out there. It's the same thing with a job. You might be in your current job. You know deep down in your heart you are not happy. You'll be moaning. We get those colleagues who'll be like, I don't want this job anymore. I want to leave. Few months later, they'll still be talking about the same thing. I don't want this job anymore. I want to leave. I'm not happy here. A year and 2 years later, they are still in the same job. Moaning about the same issue, but they are making no changes. Because they feel more comfortable in that environment. Even though it's an unhealthy environment, they are not happy, but they feel more comfortable in that environment. So it's the same with the relationship. We get stuck in this relationship where we know we are not happy. Even with our own families, because we feel like, oh, we've got this connection. We've got these bonds, we've got these ties. But you have to think about what makes you happy. Because that's what matters. And also, being in a familiar environment does not mean that you're going to have growth in your life. Because you can stay in that relationship and you're not happy. But nothing is going to change. You're going to be stuck in the same situation for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And sometimes you hear people say, oh, I was with my husband for 8 or 10 years. Or even 15 years. I've been unhappy for all these 15 years, but I stayed with him or her. Because we become comfortable in those kind of environment. And it's familiar. And you know deep down in your heart that you are not happy. Because all you're getting is just the breadcrumbs. I will say this to you. Breadcrumbs are not love. And maybe you will think, oh, maybe it's because I'm asking too much. Am I too demanding? That's why this relationship is not working. Or this friendship is not working. But if the friendship is not working, the friendship is not working. If the relationship is not working, it's just not working. Stop being too forgiving and be the one always making excuses for the other person's behavior or the way they are treating you. It's not your place to do that. You need to value yourself. You need to know that you deserve more in life. What does deserving more mean? It means believing in yourself. Believing that you deserve more than what you are getting. Believing that you deserve better. And have that confidence in yourself to say, I deserve much better than this. And I believe I can get better than what I am getting here. I do not want these breadcrumbs anymore. Even with our employers. Because sometimes we tend to settle for so much from our employers. They'll be like, you do this, you do it. They'll ask you to do something else. And you see the treatment that you are getting. This is not what you want. But you will settle because you will think, I might not be able to find another job. In life, you should always have plan B. You can't just be stuck in one place and not considering other options that are available out there. This is what I have learned in my life. That I have to always put myself first. I come first. Regardless of what situation, I come first. And I have to prioritize my peace. If something is not making me happy and is making me feel unhappy, affecting my peace and my mental well-being, that's not for me. And we have to learn to believe like what people are showing us. If a person shows you their true colors, believe them because that's who they are. Don't come up with excuses for them. And post boundaries to say, I am not going to tolerate this. I am not going to accept this. I'm saying this to you because I've been there. I've made excuses for people's behavior. I've tolerated too much in my life when I was younger. I didn't put boundaries in my life. So that's why I'm talking to you today. This is from my own experience. Stop tolerating too much stuff from other people. Because they will continue treating you like that. And don't worry about what other people will say. Because people will always have something to say. Don't get stuck in a relationship because you're worried about what other people are going to say if you move on with your life. This is your life. You are the priority. Your mental well-being matters more than anything else. That's all I really wanted to remind you today about. Don't settle for less. That's what I really wanted to remind you about today. That you deserve better. Better things do exist. And you deserve so much better than what you're settling for. Start today. Do something if you know you're not happy in your current situation. Thank you. Bye.